Okay, here I am again. Hello, everyone. My name is Thomson. I will be your guest host today. The live stream just started on our Facebook, YouTube, and X channels. This is the Thursday night online open mic presented by the New Regan Poets Cafe. It is hosted by our executive director, La Brua. Unfortunately, she was not able to make it this evening, so I will instead be your guest host today. So I'm gonna stop the share here for a second so everyone can see me here as well. Hello, everyone. So once again, I am your guest host. I am Mark Thompson. I'm one of the program and operations assistants at the New Regan Poets Cafe, and many of you also know me as the tech assistant in some of the in-person events at the New Regan Poets Cafe, as well as the online open mics on both Mondays and Thursdays. The Monday night online open mic is hosted by Elemental. Today, because I am your guest host today and not your tech assistant, he has graciously agreed to help us out on the tech end. So that way, he can make sure that everything on the tech side works okay. So thank you again, Elemental. In case I forget to thank you later, we appreciate you for helping out here as well. All right, so as I mentioned, La Brua would have hosted today, but unfortunately, she's not able to make it. As many of you remember, we just celebrated the New Regan Poets Cafe's 50th anniversary 2 nights ago on Halloween. We had a haunted house, an actual program inside the cafe in the afternoon for kids and families, which was almost like a scripted 10-minute theatrical, program performance, and it was so well received. We had kids and parents coming in every 5 minutes. We had to tell them, like, 1 second, let's just finish one group coming in. And La Brua participated, I participated, we had the program team participating, we had volunteers as well. So we did that on Tuesday, and then we did the big event, the custom ball, at in the cafe in the evening. We had music, we had a few open mics. We actually ran out of time and we stopped it. And we just celebrated the 50th, yes, and the Halloween. I know Elizabeth Sophia Strauss was there. Not only was she a participant and attendee, but she also was one of the volunteers helping us out. So thank you, Elizabeth, and thank you for all the other amazing volunteers who helped us out. Now, that was the last event in the New Regan Poets Cafe. We have now officially closed the New Regan Poets Cafe's building to the public because we are now starting the next area, the 3-year reconstruction of the building, which we have titled the New Reconstruction. The building is still there if you go to East 3rd Street in Manhattan, because it's going to take us a few weeks to clean out everything, archive everything, take down all the equipment, put it to storage. So we may actually need volunteers for that. I'm gonna let you know, later how you can sign up for this. But then yesterday, the programs team, we also did go to another offsite to talk about potentially bringing some of our weekly open mics to them. It's a few blocks away from the New Regan Poets Cafe. So we will continue offsite programs. And I just saw a message pop up in the chat. Yes, as of now, until further notice, we will continue our weekly online open mics, both on Mondays and Thursdays, because we definitely, love our community. We see how many of you sign up each and every week, and even those who don't sign up and are just here to watch, to listen, and to cheer everyone else on. We need you as much as we need the performers here. So as long as you keep supporting us, keep coming, we will continue with that. As long as the funds are available to pay for the Zoom and to pay for all the other tech things, we will do our best. So just stay in touch with us until further notice. That will continue, and we will also let you know at which satellite sites we will bring our programming to. So, and I mentioned all of that because, yes, everyone in our staff team and our volunteers, we have been quite busy the last few days, as we were doing the last programs we had, including last week's jazz program, Sunday's salsa jam, Monday's last open mic in person in the cafe, and then the Halloween events. So we are all quite exhausted. I myself was sleeping all night, this past night for 13 hours. And La Brua actually is heading to Puerto Rico before this weekend. She is scheduled for a conference there, and I'm actually going to look up her text message to make sure I'll tell you the exact name that she is going to. Hold on a second here. Again, I'm doing this, oh, here we go. It's the Grant Makers in the Arts Conference in Puerto Rico that she is one of the speakers and performers there, which will obviously help the New Regan Poets Cafe as well. She has some other projects lined up there as well, including bringing some of the New Regan Poets open mics. They are not a full program, but some, selected, performances there, and we're going to try to bring her stage play there. So because of all of this, she asked me an hour ago if I wouldn't mind guest hosting. She misses all of you. She is very sorry. She still has to finish packing. She is exhausted, with directing and helping us out in the last few days. And she, trust me, she really wanted to be here today, but she just can't make it though. So please accept me as your guest host tonight. Yes, I am talking a lot. Because of that, I'm going to give everyone 4 to 5 minutes of time on the open mic today. Use that as your one and only time where neither Elemental or I will cut anyone off. We do have a little extra time today, so no worries. But we will, if we're still here at midnight, we all have, other lives that we have to go to, though, so obviously there will be a limit as well. All right, so let me go to my notes so I can tell everyone about our rules that we have. I'm just trying to find them myself here in my own notes. So again, give me a second here as I'm doing this for only the third. I believe this is my third time that I'm guest hosting here. And here we go. Let me change the background. Okay, so I found them. I'm not going to put them up on the screen, so I'll just let you know verbally. So you have found yourself in the New Regan Poets Cafe's Thursday night online open mic. We do this every week at 9 p.m. Eastern time. The Zoom ID, if you're watching on one of our live streams, is 977-539-856. That Zoom ID is in the description of the live stream events in case you're looking for them. We also do a Monday night online open mic. I will put the Zoom ID for that in the chat. And again, if you can join us in Zoom, currently we are live streaming this on our Facebook page, on our YouTube channel, and in our X feed, referring to the previous Twitter. We want to thank obviously all of you, for helping us out to make this a continued free weekly event for everyone. And your ticket purchases that we had for all the previous events in the cafe, and anyone who donated and contributed that way, those have helped us immensely to continue bringing these programs to the community. We also want to thank our other sponsors who help us out every week, which are namely the Howard Gilman Foundation, the Poetry Foundation, New York City's Department of Cultural Affairs, and Education of America. And if you want to help out and contribute and help us bring in programs, you can go to newregan.org/contribute, and you can give us a donation that way as well. I will post those links in the chat as well. Today is Thursday, so there will be no theme. You are welcome to bring your poetry, your stories, your comedy, or original music. It has to be original, because of copyright laws, obviously. And we ask that if you do play an instrument, whether it's a guitar or piano, please turn on the original sound settings in your Zoom. Otherwise, Zoom will filter those sounds out because Zoom will only highlight the voice and not any other background voices, those. So make sure those are on. I'm also going to, since I'm the guest host today, I'm also going to impose a rule. If you planned and came here to share one of your YouTube videos, this is an open mic. And the reason the New Rican Poets Cafes and La Brua and the other previous hosts have created that open mic online virtually is because we wanted to simulate an in-person open mic as much as possible. Now, when you go to an in-person open mic, you come on stage and we don't put a YouTube video or, a performance of a previous performance up on the screen. We want to hear your live, whether it's a cappella, whether it's a poem, or whether it's, you singing with an instrument. So please, when you come here today, if you had planned to, to share screen a YouTube video, please put it in the link and we can all watch this after the open mic has completed. And again, this is because I'm the guest host today. I do not dictate how our guests on Mondays and how our regular hosts on Mondays and Thursdays run their open mic, but please understand that, today I am in charge, 99%, because I am your guest host today. So thank you for this. There is no censorship, but please, we do not accept hate speech or offensive words. Elemental will be watching in the background. He will watch the chat. He will watch the gallery review to make sure that nobody is offending us. And he has my permission to remove anyone who tries to destroy our community. Please turn your camera on. If for any technical reason or makeup reason you don't want to, that's okay. Just let us know, but hopefully we can hear your voice. And I will try as much as possible in between performances. After each performer, I will ask everyone to unmute themselves so you can applaud and give verbal comments to the performer, just like we would in a regular in-person open mic. Time limit, usually we give 3 minutes. Again, I'm going to be a little bit more lenient today. We have 15 people on the guaranteed list. So I'm going to give 4 minutes. If you go 4.5 minutes, fine. But if you go 5 minutes, I may have to mute you. Let me see how my energy is. Answering Finn Bell's question, makeup, in case I forgot to put my makeup on because I had expected to be on the tech end today. So please accept me how I am. I did not realize I would be your guest host today. But here I am. You got me. But you're not here for me. You're here to hear all the amazing performances. Again, we have a good luck round. If I don't think I mentioned that. So if you didn't have the chance to sign up and you would like to be added at the end, please put your name in the public chat. Don't private DM me because right now I didn't even have a chance to look at all the chat comments. Just put it publicly and Elemental will collect all the names and he will let me know who we have for the good luck round at the end. So please, we encourage everyone who's here and you didn't have a chance to sign up, we still want to hear you. No pressure. If you rather just be in watching in the audience, that is okay as well. We'll fine. And let me see. And again, any concerns or issues, let me or Elemental know privately in the Zoom chat. And with that, let us start with the first performer, and I know Elemental already pasted the list. Thank you again, Elemental, for helping out. And our first performer is none other than our wonderful deadpan Lissy, aka Elizabeth Sophia Strauss, who actually did guest host. I think it was 2 weeks ago. So Elizabeth, thank you again. I know I haven't had the full chance to talk to you since that, but we got to see each other on Tuesday. Thank you again for helping us out in person in the cafe. I'm glad you got to be with us on the very last day, before the construction. Elizabeth, you did a great job 2 weeks ago. I know we're going to see more guest hosting gigs. I'm sorry we didn't ask you today, but again, I didn't even know that we needed a guest host today. So, today, just relax. We're going to be first, as you usually are on Thursdays. We're glad to have you here. Elizabeth, the next 5 minutes, because you have been our guest host. I know you never go over the time limit, but feel free. The next minutes are all yours. Everyone, please welcome Deadpan Lizzie.
Thank you, and no worries. I'm always happy to see you hosting, Ron, and Beanie blessings to you and sending over hellos in our community. Yeah, Tuesday was very lovely. I was happy to bartend and help with the haunted house, and I only got my voice back last night. Couldn't walk in the door till almost 4 yesterday. It was so late. But I was happy to be there and celebrate and honor the 50 years of the cafe and what it'll be over the next 3 years with the reconstruction. So we did a lot of rhyming at the haunted house. We had to channel our inner Betty Foreman in order to get out of the haunted house on Tuesday. So I wrote a triolet because I felt like rhyming more. This is a thesis triolet. My ancestors say, please breathe. We cannot control the triggers and can regulate without peace. My ancestors say, please breathe. When they pester, we get stronger. Jitters are valid, but not goals. My ancestors say, please breathe. We cannot control the triggers. And I'm going to give the rest of the time to get that down. Thank you very much, Jamie Boston.
You are just so sweet. Thank you so much. Everyone, please unmute yourself so we can all give applause to Elizabeth. That was great.
Okay, I hope your voice.
Yeah,
Hope your voice gets better quickly.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Roland.
Thank you. I'm still a little froggy. That was worth it. Thank
All
you.
right. And thank you for all your Pankuisms.
Thank you, Cece. Thank you. Beanie blessings.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, like it's I didn't realize it, but all of our voices, everyone who was there with us on Tuesday, so our voices are just gone. I don't even know how I sound. I'll find out when I watch the video playback, after tonight. So thank you again, Elizabeth. Please follow her. Elizabeth has penned 2 books. She also gives prompts. She is so involved in the in the poetry as well as the performance communities. So we thank you, Elizabeth, including for helping us out in person at the cafe and 2 weeks ago virtually at the open mic. So we appreciate it. Thank you. All right, coming up next is also no stranger to us, also one of our mainstays. He and his Pinky Blanket. So let us welcome back Jeff Cottrell. Jeff, thank you for being back here. You know how it goes. Let everyone know where we may follow you, and the next 4 to 5 minutes are all yours.
Okay, my website's jeffcottrell.com. I'm easy to find on Facebook and X and Instagram. And if you have a time machine, you can go see me perform in Australia a couple weeks ago. That was a lot of fun. So here's just something, a pandemic piece from a couple years ago. I've just done a few times. It's called I Know You Must Hate Me. Sit down, son. I know you're mad at me. It's okay to be angry at your father sometimes. Parenting is a tough job, son, and sometimes we have to make some hard decisions. I don't like making these decisions. Like they always say, it hurts me as much as it hurts you, but it's all for your own good, all to keep you from making choices you'll regret. And I know you must hate me, son, for grounding you for a week after I caught you smoking. But you see, I don't want you getting into the habit. Cancer killed your Aunt Marion, and it gave your grandfather a bad hacking cough. And I know you must hate me for cutting your allowance after you went to that R-rated movie with Bob and his parents without my permission. But money is something you have to handle with responsibility and good judgment, and I have to see more evidence of that in your behavior. I know you must hate me for taking away your iPod after you got into that fight with the kid in gym class. But I think that music you listen to is having a bad influence on you, making you too aggressive, causing you to act out. And I know you must really hate me for that spanking I gave you after you asked too many questions in Sunday school. I really didn't like having to do that, son, but they don't use the strap anymore, and I had to make up the discipline gap somehow. Son, I know you must hate me for setting your guinea pig on fire. I know you weren't crazy about that, but the damn thing was being too noisy at 3 a.m, and your mother and I had to get some sleep. And really, what would you have done in my place? I know you must hate me for setting up that web page that said you had rabies, and then emailing the link to all of your friends at school. Let's be honest there. How was I to know for sure you didn't have rabies? I just thought your friends needed to be warned somehow. I know you must hate me for stabbing your friend Bobby. I guess I'd feel the same way in your place, but he's feeling better now. And come on, son, did you ever take a good look at that kid? At his stupid, ugly little face? Doesn't that make you want to stab him sometimes? We're only human after all. I know you must hate me for that anonymous phone call I sent to the government, telling them that you may or may not be part of a secret terrorist cell. That may have been a little excessive, I'll give you that, but look at it from my side. I was just trying to do my duty as a citizen, erring on the side of caution and patriotism. We can't let those thugs win, can we? And I know you must hate me for that tweet I sent out, calling you a Trump-loving transphobe, the one that got retweeted 47,000 times. But to be honest, I was bored that day. I was so bored. Haven't you ever been bored, son? Of course you have. I know you must hate me for stealing those jewels from the museum and hiding them in your backpack and leaving your scarf at the scene and then forging that note in which you appear to be bragging about stealing them and then calling the cops on you and then testifying against you in court and then waiting until the last minute before sentencing to retract all my testimony, only to yell, "Psych, just kidding, he's guilty," at the end. I know you must hate me for all of that. Son, I've been thinking about something. And I'd like to ask you a question, and please don't feel you have to spare my feelings. Am I a shitty father? Ah, I see. Well, I know you must hate me for that, but like I said, a parent has to make tough decisions sometimes. Maybe you'll understand when you're a father someday, when you reach a certain level of maturity and awareness, son, or at least after they let you out of this juvie hall. It's not really that bad, is it? It can't be. Are you going to finish that mashed potato? Or okay. Well, see you next month. I'll say hi to your mother for you. Who are we kidding? Of course I won't. Doodles! So that was called I Know You Must Hate Me. And if I have time for a second short one, this one's called What John Stuart Mill Would Say If He Could See Today's World. And it's about what the utilitarian philosopher John Stuart Mill would say if he could see today's world. Mist fading, images forming, senses registering sounds and smells. Yes, I'm alive. But where am I? What are these strange steel animals hurtling past me at the speed of hurricanes? And these enormous rectangular structures stretching up to the heavens, where did they come from? And why are these people wearing such bright, primitive clothes that barely cover their bodies? Look, there's a newspaper on the ground. Perhaps it offers answers. I must check it. The date! November 2023? Dear God, could it be possible? I've traveled through time. So that's what John Stuart Mill would say if he could see today's world. I think that's it for me.
Wow. Well, I'm curious what everyone else will say to you. And going to the first one that we heard, we do not hate you at all. We love what you bring every time. So everyone, please let Jeff know what you just thought about all of that.
Woo!
Right on, Jeff.
Yeah, woo!
Beautiful.
Wonderful,
Go.
Jeff.
Woo!
Deep
Wonderful,
philosophy, dude.
That was amazing. I love that. You are just such a pleasure to listen to, Jeff Cottrell. I love your monologues and dialogues disguised as monologues. You know, you just bring it every time, though. So thank you for this. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep supporting. Jeff. Yes, I wish we could have been in Australia with him, but he's touring the world. Because I know he's been to New York City. To other places. So and you can buy his book as well. So I'm pretty sure he already pasted it in the chat. If not, he will do it any moment now. So thank you again, Jeff. We'll see you. We'll keep seeing you. And for some reason now you're looking sideways, and I don't know what happened with your camera there. Yep, here we go. Okay, so maybe that was part of his production value, just to add a little bit, extra to it. But Pinky is there. I see Pinky, the blanket in the bottom right. So that is cool. All right, wonderful. Let me get on my thoughts. Oh my God, coming up next, our resident making us feel good. poet and comedian. Ed, is always a pleasure. You're gonna make me, even better right now, because that's how you always are. I love you. See, right now, I love your smile there. Ed, let everyone know, because I know we have a few newcomers here. Let everyone know where we may follow you, and then show them what you're good at. I'm actually curious what you're bringing tonight. Everyone, Ed Foreman.
Thank you. But the name is Ed Flametastic. Woo!
That's
And
right. I should have been more careful about it. It's Ed. It's not Ed Foreman or Ed Poetastic today. Today we're gonna get to hear Ed Flametastic. Okay, go ahead, Ed Flametastic.
thank you. Oh, one more thing, Ron. We love you, Elemental 2. Thank you for pushing on through, and thank you for substituting out of the blue. He's inside your crease. He's kind of mommy, dad language, and so many different.
Okay, maybe it's on my end, but can everyone
See
else
here.
hear Eddie? No? Okay, so it's not.
Hello?
Yeah, for some reason we have a disconnection on your end. Your video disappeared for a second and then your audio disappeared. You can hear us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and now you're good. Let's try it again, because maybe it was just literally that minute. Everyone again, at Flametastic. Go ahead.
Thank you. Oh, can you still hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm sorry about that. Technology sometimes. But I love when I rhyme. The naked mile. Here I stand naked. Your soft flesh is wide open. A whisper of lustful moans to the air. Our blood is boiling over, and over again. Near lust leaves our bodies bare. Here I stand naked. My flame has grown to equal proportions. An ember is burning between my center. Our immense erotic sense of tantalizing devotion. Let our warm bodies shimmer and get a bit thinner. Here I stand naked. The bedroom soaked in a sexual overflow. The passion started to ignite all around. Our bodies are creating a swirling halo. Our mouths making lewd, raw, and explicit sounds. Here I stand naked. I peer into your bleak, thirsty eyes. Our tongues collect the bitter and sweet jolts. Our hungry bodies dance while our loins cries. The stimulation is coming in by the millions of boats. Here I stand naked, gradually thrusting in an up and down direction. The inner flame delivers while our legs quiver. Our bodies lost themselves in instinctive, steamy chain reaction. We quickly dance while our bodies shiver. Here I stand naked. My hardness caresses the abyss of your soul. The groans and moans will quickly swallow. Our mild displeasure will instantly hollow. We're burning away our doubtful inner shadows. Here I stand naked. Our lungs full of indescribable rampant energy. Heartbeat stuck in harmonized, electrified awakening. Our naked flesh spread out to a deep degree. Our minds kept contrarily coming, yet we couldn't stop grinning. Here I stand naked. Our chest rub against chest, and sweat rub against sweat. A docile collision of two sparks, the physical eclipse of our burning silhouettes, our burning vibration throughout our hearts. Here I stand naked, my mask disappearing deep into your pink abyss. Our bodies float tenderly upwards, the passion of a new definition of bliss, a new feeling of euphoria we discovered. Here I stand naked. We have short breaths of air bursting past our lips, our rapid hips lost in rhythmic, synchronized movement. We're moving and moving faster than a whip, electrified fulfillment of improvement. Here I stand naked. We're feeling the wild bursting sensation, the feeling swirling and twirling inside our groins. Our minds teleported towards a milky bleak vacation, the orgasmic pressure unleashed inside our loins. Here I stand naked, our deep structure easing into our domain, our whispered of burning intentions, the stimulation yet enticing crimson rain, the little acts of soft, piercing interceptions. Here I stand naked, the sunshine throughout the bedroom. Our bodies are exhausted from dancing. The radiant sun starts to consume our tomb. There goes our midnight romance of joyfully relaxing. Thank you.
Wow,
that.
always say, we thank you for bringing all that goodness and all that sexiness, if I'm allowed to say that, to us. So everyone, please unmute yourself so you may give Ed Flametastic your accolades.
Yeah, so glad that tech trouble got worked out. That was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a good one, man.
Thank you.
That was
Yay,
wonderful.
yay.
Yes, exactly. Thank you so much, Ed. Thank you so much for lighting us up, whether it's your comedy, whether it's your sexiness, whether it's your, interesting voice. And as I mentioned in the past, if anyone needs a voice actor, please hire Ed Flametastic, aka Ed Poetastic. He would be appreciative. He will use his skills, for that. So really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Ed, for being with us today. I'm going to keep it in gallery view on my end for a second, because I see that we have Mufasa who joined us. Mufasa has become a friend of mine. I've seen him in many of the in-person open mics and poetry slams at the cafe. So Mufasa, I hope you will be signing up for the good luck round today. I would love, that everyone else can hear your wonderful poetry as well. I see, everyone else here. Nina, I don't know if you're on the list. Welcome to us here. Alexis, Unmesh, Aliyah. So, thank you again, everyone, for being here. Everyone else, I believe, is on the sign-up list. So we're going to get to hear from you. And whoever didn't have a chance to sign up but would like to sign up, Elemento told me that 4 of you already have signed up with you on the good luck round. So I'm looking forward to, we'll add you to the, to the end of the list. But right now we're going to go on to the next performer who has signed up last night. He usually fights for the first spot. I don't know if there's an actual fight going on 24 hours before the open mics, or if it's just, coincidence, but it doesn't matter which spot everyone lands in. We are always happy when everyone is here. Michael Sindler, it's so good to have you and the Lighthouse Writers organization back. Let everyone know where we can connect with the Lighthouse Writers, and then let's hear from you. Welcome back.
Okay, yeah, I would have been earlier, but Cottrell called the cops on me with that earlier bit. Yes, lighthousewriters.org, indeed. Very excited. We're having a special little 2-day poetry fest this weekend that I'm going to get to take part in. That's going to have some just wonderful writers from all over. Yeah, I am definitely looking at this short list, hoping that some more people do get on the good luck round. I think this is a good night for that. And just to help make sure, I'm just going to do one piece. And I've just been thinking about my cat today, so I thought I'd do a piece about my cat called Felis Catus. My dreaded striped brother burns bright. Great Main Plains walker sleeps in sun. Jet black silent stalker embodies night. I rule the rooms of compliant beings, more than willing to bend to my will. I demand, and they mindlessly obey. Run sharp-toothed blade round can prey, saving me the effort of the hunt. Captive to my wavering, petulant desires, they clear away my sandy excrement. They lay bare their laps to be my throne. My scent mark announces they are owned. I command the method of massage. Deviation gets my claw. I rest where I wish, but love the cubic cardboard best. Beyond glass, birds and squirrels taunt, but what I have is more than they could dare to dream of or desire to possess. My larger siblings of forest, of jungle, or of savanna cannot hope to be as proud, as majestic, and undisputed rulers as I am. Only the stupid dog disrupts my plan. Okay, thank you all very much.
And as I said to Ed, thank you, Michael, for this wonderful reading. Everyone, please unmute yourself. Give it up for Michael Sindler.
Woo! Michael!
Michael.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful as always, Michael. We really appreciate you. And yes, please support his organization, the lighthousewriters.org, which is a wonderful organization. So thank you so much, Michael, for being with us here every week, and for also supporting many other organizations. And the reason I'm bringing this up, yes, we are not the only cafe, the New Rican Poets Cafe, presenting 2 weekly online open mics. There are, many others who bring wonderful opportunities for poets and storytellers and musicians to come and show everyone else, what good things, they can do. One of them is none other than Finn Bell, who runs her own organization, Fincapulary. And she's no stranger to the New Rican Poets Cafe because she has hosted an online workshop earlier this year, and she guest hosted on Thursday about a month ago. Finn Bell, it's always good to have you here. I'm glad you're continuing your many other exciting things for the community. Let them know where we may follow you. And then the next 4 or 5 minutes are all yours. Welcome back.
Thank you so much, Ron. It's great to be here. You can find me on Instagram, Finn_Bell. The last sound made by water sizzles as it kills a flame. Inatay ko. Intone this in mother tongue spell work of comfort and protection. Lomate. Follow this with La Lengua del Conquistador, un vínculo de recuerdo. I fight my way back along the past pathways of skylark song to know your voice. Recall the swells, the homebound deaths. When we were dwelling here, we battened down hatches and padded up our nest well. I pull you down over my chest to cover me. Press your weight, assurance. We lay there next to the last trampled grass by the river's current, watch the heavens for signs. The light of each star strains through a veil of sky to be seen by us. The thin bone whine of wind breaks the tree branches and punctuates my eardrums to rattle the words. Hear me. Do you hear me? I will let you go tomorrow. My palms burning fever touch. I release you. You carry me with you. I never leave your side. Close your eyes and rose-crushed, heady cloys. In my visitation before the sun found footing and climbed in torturous agony into the center of the universe, you fell from its core. Do you recognize the roar of sound? When you walk away, does it thrum in the blood of your veins when you leave it behind? I was the woman in your apparition, dressed in resurrection. 3-barbed pentacle, the goddess returns, walks these hallowed grounds, assumption into purgatory, blinding light. You will not remember my name next week. This is the curse of love and being loved. Thorn and splinter and red, bloody wine. After the gospel comes the lore. I will wear the crimson satin cloak over my bare skin. I will leave my cottage strawed gold chaotic, throw open my hooded shutters, let you in, let you come in. Come inside me, baby. If I do, will you play the wolf, blow my house down before you go?
Whoa. I don't want to be the wolf blowing your house down, but everyone, please let Finn Bell know what you just thought about that. Wow.
That was beautiful.
Spectacular.
Amazing. Oh my God, you surprise us every time. Thank you so much, Finn Bell. Please, everyone, go to her other open mics and movie nights and workshops she hosts with others in the community at Fincapulary. And I just realized, and I forgot, at her caption at the bottom of her Zoom camera, she's also a member of the Global Poetry Network, which is another organization that hosts open mics and workshops workshop. So thank you for being here. And if we don't see you here performing, well, I'm sure we're going to see you guest hosting a future Thursday Night Online Open Mic. So thank you so much, Finn Bell. You're always welcome here. We appreciate you. All right, coming up next is, I believe, our first guitarist of the night, because for those of you who have been here with us every Thursday, you know it's also called Guitar Thursdays because of the numerous guitarists that we have here. But he may surprise us. He may bring comedy or poetry today. Catman, I think you saw my private DM answering your question, so you can go ahead. Catman Bill, it's good to have you back. The floor is all yours. You know how it goes. Everyone, welcome back, Catman Bill.
Thank you very much. Well, I thought of telling in commentary issues that are going on in the world, but I'm just overwhelmed with all this sadness and stuff. But instead, I've decided to just do a song. Last Sunday, I was at an open mic at the New London Maritime Museum in Connecticut here. And at the end of the evening, a woman performed a song that I hadn't heard in decades. And it just set my mind back to a time. Oh, I'm sailing away, my own true love. I'm sailing away in the morning. Is there something I can send you across the sea? From the place there I'll be landing. No, there's nothing you can send me, my own true love. There's nothing I'm a-wishing to be owning, just to carry yourself back to me unspoiled from across that lonesome ocean. Ah, but I just thought you might want something fine, made of silver or of golden, either from the mountains of Madrid or from the coast of Barcelona. But if I had the stars of the darkest night and the diamonds from the deepest ocean, I'd forsaken them all for your sweet kiss, for that's all I'm wishing to own. Well, I might be gone a long, long time, and it's only that I'm asking, is there something I can send you to remember me by, to make your time more easy passing? Oh, how can you ask me again? It's only brings me sorrow, the same thing I would want today, I would want again tomorrow. Oh, I got a letter on a lonesome day. It was from her ship a-sailing, saying, I don't know when I'll be coming back again. It depends on how I'm feeling. If you, my love, must think that way, I'm sure your mind is a roaming. I'm sure your thoughts are not with me, but with the country to where you're going. So take heed of the western winds. Take heed of the stormy weather. And yes, there is something you can send back to me. Spanish boots of Spanish leather. Thank you.
All right, everyone, please unmute yourself. Give it up for Catman
That was a
Bill.
great choice, Bill, and you did
That
it.
was
Yeah,
beautiful. Thank
inspired
you.
choice.
That was
Fantastic.
really, really well done.
Thank you for sharing.
Good old
That was
Bobby
beautiful.
D. Can't
Just-
go wrong with Bobby
Batman.
D.
Just a side note that Spanish boots generally are considered a weight and a torture to the person that is forced to wear them.
Good to know. Good to know. Thank you so much. Let me mute everyone. I'm going to get back to you, Catman Bill. Unmute yourself again. So just to reiterate, that was a Spanish Boots, Spanish Leather by Bob Dylan, right? Was that correct?
Right. Thank you.
Cool. We'll give the right credit, but you know, we love it, you know, when you bring your version of that. And also, let me ask you, are you in your bathroom right now? The only reason I'm asking because of the sound. No, you're not?
No, I'm in my bedroom. You can see
Good.
the blank wall right here, and
Okay, you could have fooled me though, because it sounded like a little bit echoey. I'm like, oh, he must be in the bathroom where he sometimes, you know, sings from, but not today. We're gonna get to see that another time.
next time.
Good. It's okay though. For those who are like, what the hell is Ron talking about? Go and see some of the previous First Night Online Open Mics, or see Capable in the Future again. You will see. Like it's all, you know. There's nothing dirty, nothing. You know, it's just that the choice of location. So
Well,
thank you so much.
just to say that my YouTube channel is Catman Bill, Hartford, Connecticut, so anybody can check out some of my other songs. Thank you.
All right, we will. Thank you for this. Wonderful. All right. That was Catman Bill. Minus the cat today. I didn't see the cat running in front of the camera today. But hello, cat, in case you're listening to us. All right, coming up next is D. Allen, who has also been no stranger to us. D, I'm gonna enable what you asked me for in the background. So D, you know how it goes. Let everyone know where we may follow you if you want to be followed, and then go ahead. The next minutes are yours.
Hold up, y'all. I'm about to pull up this poem of mine. This poem is called Resident. Oh, resident. Not a native, but a resident of my corner of East Oakland, where poverty dominates, where broke on broke crime is as natural as drawing breath into lungs. There's more cars and SUVs broken into by unknown parties than not. More fenced off pieces of land and liquor stores than there are community centers and decent food shops. The homeless sleep against boarded up buildings, empty inside as the price of housing continues to soar past the clouds. Drugs and black market guns are always available, have been available. 5 decades of strung out black bodies, and black bodies shot from petty disputes write that history, where the criminal image, the thug agenda is praised, where I fear the enemy, and the enemy is my own. Believe me, I didn't design this madness. I'm not a native, but a resident of my corner of East Oakland, where poverty dominates, but its effects are being relieved. Mutual aid is not a theory here. It's hitting the street running, seeing to a long queue of people, families in need, alleviating hunger, thirst, human health. Mutual aid for the block takes several forms. Black Cultural Zone, occur. Black East Oakland Collective, Homies Empowerment, Poe Magazine. These days, the working class around here are supporting themselves since the city won't. Downtown City Hall sees my place of residence as a blemish on the east side in need of change. Just remove the Poe from homes, rename the block, welcome richer residents in. Like I said, I didn't design this madness, but as long as I'm here from my little house of 6 years, I'll document it. I'm not a native, but a resident of my corner of the changing Bay Area. Eastmont, Oakland, California, USA, where I'm from. And that poem was called Resident, from pages 89 through 91 of the anthology Black Rootedness. 54 poets from Africa to America, edited by Carla Brundage, still available by Elazar Press. From this mic to your ears, I'm D. Allen. Thanks for listening.
And thank you for reading your poem. And from our voices to you in our open mic, everyone please unmute yourself and let Dee know what you thought about that. That was great.
Classic.
Oh,
That's
Dee.
Fire.
Thank you, D.
Yeah.
Voice of the voiceless. Never give that up.
Wonderful, man.
Indeed, powerful, wonderful. Vielen Dank, Herr Allen, because he does speak, I don't know how much German he speaks, but yes, I am from the Bronx by way of Germany, and he's communicated with me many times in German as well. So always great to have you, Dee. And you also bring up something good, the anthologies, you know, because some of us have published books. Some of us like me have not yet published their own books, but we have been in an anthology. So as a writer, if you want to, be seen in printed, books as well, in addition to being an open mics, please, my encouragement and my suggestion is, find as many anthologies as you can. And if you have poems, or stories you can write for them, don't hesitate to submit. And I saw Finn Bell earlier. I forgot to mention that Finn Bell started her own magazine, as well. So please, contribute to that as well. We always love, to see all the amazing things. So yay to anthologies and magazines. Thank you, Dee. Coming up next is we're gonna go international, because that's what the online open mics at the New Rican Poets Cafe have become. And some of you we have met in person as well. Namely, like Lenton Carrier from the UK came and visited us twice already. Unmesh, I know we're gonna definitely see you one of these days. Either we'll come to India or you'll come to us. Regardless of this, we now have you here. I see Gustav Salas holding up your book. I have your book in my other room. So, but you are just amazing. You also do your own open mics. You know how it goes. Let everyone know where we may follow you or your open mics, and then the next minutes are all yours. Welcome back.
Hey, thanks, Ron. Hello, everyone. It's great to be here as always. I am Unmesh Mohidkar on Facebook and Instagram, and I've got open mic Let's Unmesh live every Friday, 11:30 a.m. New York time. And here we go. This is something which I just wrote. After a long time, I'm writing after a month or something. So thanks, New Rican Cafe. Waiting for the rain like a farmer. Parched land, dreaming about a downpour to quench its thirst. waiting for love to come like a dumped lover, waiting for the sun to arise on a cold winter morning, dustbin waiting to be cleaned up, utensils in the sink stacking up on each other, waiting for someone with sleepy eyes, inhaling hate, gulping insult, waiting for the right time to show to the world what you are made up of. Time spent in waiting is like a mirage. It promises something, but you might achieve something totally different. Fleeting happiness, making you to forget years of pain. A smile making you to laugh like a little child. Time is not yours or ours. It is a debt to be paid, to be used carefully in a calculated manner to get bumper returns, because balance sheet of life is always so unbalanced. Because balance sheet of life is always so unbalanced. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Well, at least you are not unbalanced. You've been such a great balance for us here, on our online open mic. So everyone, please unmute yourself. That was great. Wonderful.
Yes. Yes.
Woo. Thank you. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Mr.
Yeah. And let me switch back to speaker view here on my end. So these are his two books. Not, I know I'm not singling him out, but I just had his books ready on the stack. Though he has penned two books. I know he's going to do more, and you can find them at his own online weekly open mics on Fridays. In Asia, India, it's in the evening. In the United States, it's in the morning. In Europe, it would be the afternoon. So do connect with Unmesh, because again, this is not the only space where you can shine and bring your poetry and stories. We encourage you to participate in many other online open mics or in-person open mics. If you live in a city or place where you have in-person open mics, we definitely encourage you to go to those as well. But we are gonna now go to the next performer on our list, which is Keith Marr, who I know from, I believe, Finn Capillary and the Poetry Global Network, but he has recently also come more often to the New Recon Poets Cafe. Keith, it's great to have you back. By now you know how it goes. Let everyone know where we may follow you. The floor is all yours. Welcome back.
Thank you so much, Ron. It's good to be here. And as I say, I love to be in the company of all of my fellow lovers of the spoken word. So, yes. Thank you, Elemental. I guess that's my new nickname. Yeah, so here we go. I've never done this on Thursday night before, but I just like doing it. Here's to all the lonely people listening to love songs all alone in the night. Here's to each and every one of us, afraid to rise to our full height. Here's to all of us praying to find the part of us we need to call forth to rebuild this house. Hear the poem inside you. Here's to the schoolyard legends who never left the playground. Here's to the kids for whom the playground is a nightmare during the day. For the ones who never get picked for anything unless they're getting picked on. Hear the poem. This is for the girl who sews designer labels on her Kmart jeans. Here's to the one they call white boy, güero, his brown soul crying out to be seen. Hear the poem inside you, however faint it may be. Here's to the pretty black girl practicing her smile in the mirror for hours. Sculpting her lips thinner is her secret wish. Here's to the pretty Asian girl wishing she looked like the models in Abercrombie and Fitch. Here's to the Asian guys with listener fatigue, so very, very tired of the Asian girls with the colonized minds who say Asian guys are not in our league. Here's to the day when Asian brothers and sisters celebrate a collective belief in each other. Here's to everyone who's ever been told they are not enough. They can't take a joke. They are too sensitive. Hear the poem inside you. It's getting stronger now. Hear the poem inside you that gives birth to hope. So ring the bell and yank the rope, bang the gong. Let's roll the dice on 4th and long. Let's get inspired. Brothers and sisters, let's catch the fire. Let's kick the tires. Hell, let's slam the damn car doors. So let's rock out, rock the boat. Leap before you look, run with scissors. So shake your hips, let your lips say what you've never said before. Speak the unspoken, speak the unspeakable. Tell yourself what you've been waiting to hear your whole life. I love you in your own voice. So speak truth to flower. Speak the speak and say the say. Let's break taboos along the way. The truth is you are majestic, magnificent. You are the marvel and marvelous, the beauty and beautiful. You are the wonder and wonderful. You are bright and shiny. You are the diamond on the diamond ring. You are the first day of spring. Make no mistake, you are the grand in grandeur. You're grand like the Grand Canyon on the first day. Someone set eyes on it and was convinced there must be a God. You're grand like a grand piano with infinite keys and oceans of unplayed melodies. So drink in your music, write your opus, write your greatest hits, volumes 1, 2, and 3. You are grand like a grand slam in the 7th game of the World Series, bottom of the 9th. Go Giants. I got to root for the Bay Area. So set your sight on the beauty of the ball in flight. Slowly drop your bat, smile to the crowd and tip your hat. Savor every delicious step of your home run trot around the bases of life, knowing the path you're on will surely take you to a place to call home and wrap you in its warm embrace. Thank you for listening.
What a beautiful, powerful, inspiring poem. You know, so much we needed to hear that. Everyone, please let Keith know. That was great. Whoa,
That
amazing.
was really beautiful, Keith. Thank you.
It was amazing.
That's terrific,
Thank you.
Keith. And I'm glad you're back.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, always great to see you.
And you know what I'm going to do? I'm
Good to
going
be here.
to everyone.
Yay!
Yes, everyone, please
Somebody
stay
like to
unmuted.
go Giants. That's great.
Yes, I love it. I love it. But this was, we needed to hear that, and I know, you know, because you've presented poetry and stories previously here that gave us some insight into your experiences and what you had gone through. But everyone, stay unmuted because I want you to repeat after me, after Keith, what he said, and that goes for all of us. You are majestic. Everyone say that. You are majestic.
You are
majestic.
Right. You are magnificent.
You are magnificent.
And you are worthy. We need to hear your and everyone's voices. We need
That's
to
what I'm
hear
talking about.
every-
You are worthy.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
need to
that's
hear
right.
You and everyone's voices.
We are
What
worthy.
he said. What he said.
What he
That's
said.
right. Listen to Keith. You know, I just took his words though. That was so powerful. I'm gonna listen to the playback again. You know, later tonight, tomorrow on our on our channels. That was beautiful. Thank you, Keith. Please keep coming back, to keep encouraging us and keep giving us your wonderful poetry. We love it. We love it. All right, coming up next is another mainstay, Cece Oshaka. I know you have to leave in a few minutes, but I hope you can stay for at least 4 more minutes if you can squeeze it in. Cece, you know how it goes. Let everyone know where we may follow you, and then the floor is all yours. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So this is my book. ccrshagra.com is my website. It's there. I also have these little, just a thing of a greeting card, which I never put. And I do have an open mic once a month, which I never talk about. It's called the Human Room Open Voice. It's a very large project, but Arshag, just the Human Room Open Voice at Gmail. Say, what is this and can I be a part of it? And I'll send you 2 videos and that'll get you on board for that. I just got a prompt on my thing. It says, can you write a poem with 10 words? And I wrote, every word of benevolence that disappears into you erases ignorance. So that's just fresh. This is a new song and I'm going to screw it up, but I'm going to let it fly. I'm working on this. This is brand new. It's called The Creator of Dreams. Sometimes you let all the blame go, so the original you can become the creator of dreams. Darkness born, here comes the storm. A gloom untold to the youth of old, older than your birthdays, older than time. A trauma reigned before words came, till books could seed, words born to read, faster than what happened, faster than pain. Sometimes, oh wait, sometimes you just close your eyes in order to see the pain leave. Sometimes you just close your eyes to understand you were not born free. The clock of love was running. The dawn of lost was found. There's apparently a tightrope high above, no net or ground. The beginning of an ending. Another soul time dawn is here. The beginning of an ending. Okay, I'm really fucking it up. Okay. The beginning of an ending. Okay, I get it. Okay. Not the flip of the same coin. Another soul time dawns here. In this dimension, there's no war. It's something like that. I'm really working on it. It's a good line anyway. And then it just goes out. So this is almost over. Sometimes you just close your eyes in order to see the pain leave. Sometimes you just close your eyes to understand you were not free. I screwed it up the last time. Sometimes you let the creator of dreams. It goes something like that. But you guys are the creator of dreams, so I figure I'd give you the raw version.
Hey, it's perfectly okay. Like I think I actually add to your humanity and into your performance doing these little, like the little slips, which is perfectly fine. Everyone, please let Cece know how you felt about that. Was wonderful. That was wonderful.
Right on,
Very cool.
CC. Yeah.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
cool,
you, everyone.
Cece.
I got someone waiting at a train station for me, so I'm out of here. So I love you all. Thank you. Big love. I appreciate everything, and you guys are the best. See you around. And
See
it's going to
you.
be a hell of a 3 years. We don't need brick and mortar. We got love. We got the internet, and fuck this failing democracy thing. We're gonna
Tell him, CC.
We'll
Tell
save
him.
it.
OMG, yes. For the newcomers, what he's talking about, the 3-year reconstruction of the New Regan Poets Cafe. This is why we're happy we still have us, online, and we can continue seeing us on the online spaces. So thank you so much, Cece. And I saw Nina, rocking along. I don't know if this is your first time, that you listen to Cece, but that's him, So that's what you're gonna get to see, from him, every week here. He also comes on Monday, so he's just a pleasure to listen to. So that was beautiful. All right, so actually we're gonna go to the next performer. I don't see my namesake Ron H here in the room. Ron, if you're watching us through the live streams, come on in. Or if you were here and you put something in the chat and I missed it, I'm sorry, but we're glad that you signed up regardless. Which means we're instead gonna go to our next performer. She used to live recently on the West Coast, and now came all the way back to the East Coast, and she was lucky and happy, to have been a few more times in the brick and mortar at the New Regan Poets Cafe in Manhattan, and we love when you come on and give us, your powerful poetry. Celeste Ramos, please let everyone know where we may follow you. I know you signed up today only with your first name, so I guess this is, what we're gonna, your stage name, your poetry name, Celeste. Let everyone know where we may follow you. I believe you have a book out already, and then the next 4 minutes are all yours. Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you, Ron. Thank you, everybody. I'm Celeste Ramos. I'm from here. I was living abroad. I was in California. Now I'm back. And my new chapbook is called Come Back for Me. And I'm not really that much on Instagram right now. I'm doing a big digital overhaul of everything. But if you go on Linktree, look up This is Celeste, and you'll see links to a bunch of my stuff. And I'll put it in the chat after as well. I am doing a poem called For You in the Back. And it's for all of us who are writers and artists. For you in the back. When you're a writer, you learn to work most anywhere until you have the luxury to work how you like. You know the layouts of most mom and pop cafes like the back of an ex's hand. Most top 40 tracks don't appeal to you. So you know the tunes in time-warp diners where 30 years ago is still today. Nirvana's got a new single out and Tupac's not dead. You see the world from a wobbly table through a rain-streaked window and start over-identifying with Suzanne Vega. You know what time the streetlights come on when the creepy people are gone, when last calls and taxi horns and drunk crying fits merge with a stanza you're trying to finish. When you're a writer, you're just as afraid to die as the woman next to you who eats without looking at her plate, or the man down the aisle who stares into his phone as if he's reading a poem. It's mortality ticking in your wrist that propels your hand across every page. You know the alchemy of ink on paper, ground there by the will of hand. You know how it saves lives, how it resurrects the dead, but these passing people would never believe you, so you just write it down. And then when you're actually dead, but remain alive on paper, in hands holding your book open like a gateway, then they'll understand, and they will quote you to the grave. When you're a writer, you know how how a poem jams in your chest like an undigested memory, and you know how the character in your story digs its heels into the heels of your hands, and the only way to exercise her is to wave your hands over the keyboard. Right away, right away, all the stories of strangers and lovelorn days tease out the life lessons from between the tendril clouds of sunset as the day is compressed against the breathless horizon into another night that you didn't go out for because you were working. It looks like you're staring, but you're working because blinking breaks the bridge between worlds. When you're a writer, you're an unordained priest. You know exorcisms are seldom different to baptisms in ink. You get it. No one has to explain. That's your job. To make sense of all those muscles and eyelids and bones. You know passing people on their way to tea and gossip better than anyone, for they are predictable, stupid sages. Your hands could fill pages with mystery and question why, oh, why do you love them? You know the wobbly table in the back as a stack, as a trap, as an altar where you hope for blessings like attention, like understanding. So here's to the writers in the back of the cafe who have cathedrals for minds stacked high with observation, packaged small into hunched backs, accompanied as ever by cold booze or steaming tea or too much cheap coffee, bearing a speeding hand over page, divulging ink of what is and what could or should be. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, as I like to say to everyone. Thank you for blessing us with this. Everyone, please unmute yourself and give it up for Celeste.
Celeste.
That was
Beautiful.
absolutely
Thank you.
Oh,
fantastic.
That
was good.
Yeah,
I like it.
That work.
Boring.
I love your work. I just love your work.
It was wonderful.
I felt like you.
That was great. I'm gonna mute everyone because I think we just heard a troll here in the background, and you know, if you're trying to do something, trolls, trust me, you will not succeed. But Celeste, that was beautiful, powerful as always. Please keep coming back. You know, and buy her chat book. You know that. That was amazing. And yes, trolls get the boot, as Ray Chain used to say. This is why we have a tech assistant here on the background, you know. And I did receive 2 private DMs as well. I know we just had newcomers coming in, K Unique, Shirley, and a few others. We already have 6 performers on the good luck round that we added in addition to the guaranteed list. So I'm closing the good luck round here. If you want to sign up, next week, we do this every week here, 24 hours before that on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. You can go to newregan.org, our website, click on the full events calendar, and then when you see the Thursday night online open mic, if you get yourself an artist RSVP ticket, you will be added to the guarantee list. And again, the artist RSVP performance tickets open up 24 hours before the online open mics. For Mondays, it's Sunday 8 p.m. Eastern time. For Thursdays, it's Wednesday 9 p.m. Eastern time, and that way you can get on the guaranteed list. And if you didn't make it, as I said today, we also have a good luck round, and I have received 6 names from my assistant Elemental here. We have Mariana, Magos, Gustav Salas, Nina, Mufasa, Alia, I'm going to find out how to pronounce your name correctly, and closing us out will be our mainstay in CP Maze. Again, if you want to be added, you know, come at the beginning next time or sign up for an artist RSVP ticket. And I think that will be a good segue for me to let everyone know where you are and what's coming up. So again, this is the New Regan Poets Cafe. The Thursday night online open mic, which is usually hosted by our executive director, La Brua. She sends her love and her compliments to everyone, as she's been very exhausted because literally the last weeks, including the last few days, we had so many programs going on at the New Regan Poets Cafe, including the jazz last week, the salsa jam on Sunday, the the last Monday on-site open mic, the last Slam Stack week, and then the Haunted House and the Halloween Custom Ball we did on Tuesday, which also was the 50th anniversary of the New Regan Poets Cafe. I am Ron Mark Thomson, or RMT, as I'm lovingly called by many members of our community here. I currently work in the programs and operations team, and many of you also know me as the tech assistant at the cafe and at the online open mics, and I am very happy to be here. Again, La Brua couldn't make it. She is a little bit still exhausted, deservedly so. We've done great programs. Thank you for your leadership, La Brua, for getting us, for the last a year and a half, almost 2 years now that you have been our executive director. You've been a great leader, and she actually is preparing for a business trip to Puerto Rico. She will be there at an arts conference and will also be bringing the New Regan Poets Cafe to some of the places there. So get ready for this, and we will see you online from Puerto Rico. We really love you, for everything that you do. So you are right now in the online open mic, but we do have some other programs coming up. I'm gonna share my screen here, making sure I get the right one right here. And I'm going to put it on slideshow mode. So this is what the New Regan Poets Cafe looks like from the outside. And even though we did, so we just celebrated the 50th anniversary 2 days ago, and now we have entered the new reconstruction, because even though we are 50 years old, the building that you see on the photo here is 100 years old. It's an old tenement building in the Lower East Side in Manhattan, and it's literally squeezed between two gentrified luxury buildings, that build themselves left and right. But we are still standing with our beautiful mural of the co-founder, Pedro Petri, as well as the Puerto Rican flag. But we are now starting the reconstruction, which New York City actually will be handling. They have given us a grant, $24 million, and they will be doing the construction, and hiring of all the workers. And this is why it's taking 3 years, but it will be much better once we come out of it, 2027. We will add another performance stage. So we will have 2 stages, 2 performance rooms. We're going to do workshops. We're going to have a garden. We're going to have an elevator. Right now, we don't have an elevator. So we're going to make it, even more accessible. Right now, we are accessible on the first floor because we don't have other performance spaces, but the building will be more modernized. So if you walk by East 3rd Street today or tomorrow, the next days, it still will look like this, because we are clearing out the building. It's going to take us a few weeks to archive everything, take down all the equipment, put it in storage. If you want to volunteer, if you want to be a member of the volunteering team of the New Regan Poets Cafe, please let us know. I'm going to give you the volunteer sign-up form in one of the next slides. We need everyone that we can get, to help us out. That way we can continue not just the next 3 years, but the next 50 years. But as we have mentioned, we are continuing until further notice our online open mics, namely the Monday night online open mic hosted by Elemental. He's going to tell you more about that in just a minute. We are also continuing our Thursday night online open mics every Thursday, hosted by our executive director, La Brua, except today. I am your guest host today. And we are also hosting, curated and hosted by La Brua, Beatniks Online. It is usually on the first Wednesday of the month. We are just a few days behind the current one from November. We will give you a Beatniks Online this month. Just stay tuned and we will let you know. In the meantime, you can watch, if you're not on Zoom, you can watch our live streams on our Facebook page, on our YouTube channel, or on our X Twitter feed. There you can also watch and replay any of the past online open mics or beatniks in case you missed them. We will, during the reconstruction, we will be doing off-site programming at other places. Next week on Monday, I will let you know we have an open mic coming up at the International Center of Photography, which is in Soho on Essex Street in Manhattan, a few blocks from the New Regan Poets Cafe. That's on Thursday, November 16th at 6 p.m. and it is hosted by our host, Rice Felicia. I will give you more details next week. We also have a book event coming up a week and a half from now, which I will also let you know more about next week. And in the meantime, I can confirm that we are now starting a new Monday night poetry slam. Until now, we had it on Wednesday. It is now moved to Mondays. And that one will take place at the Bowery Poetry Club, 308 Bowery, which is between East Houston and Bleecker Streets. If you are familiar with the Lower East Side, that is literally a few blocks from the New Regan Poets Cafe. If you take the F subway train, it is one stop before the 2nd Avenue. No, it is the 2nd Avenue stop, but instead of walking forward to the 1st Avenue, Avenue A and B, you go in the back and walk one block past 2nd Avenue to the Bowery, and there we are. J-Rose and the B, just as they did on Wednesdays until now, starting on the Monday, November 20th, they will be alternating hosting. J-Rose will be our first Poetry Slam host on Monday, November 20th. Tickets are $20 at the door. Flyer is coming soon, but already mark your calendar if you're in New York City. Let me see what the next slide is. Oh yeah, La Brua is also continuing her free writing workshop. So our executive director will be at Studio One, usually on the last Thursday of the month. She was there last week. Next will be Thursday, November 30th. And then in December, due to the holidays, it's a little bit earlier. It's December 14th. It's at 7 p.m. Studio One, which is on 4th Street between Bowery and 2nd Avenue. So again, this is just a few blocks from the New Regan Poets Cafe. That one is free. It is hosted and produced by Studio One. She is the teacher. And if you're missing that, for those of you who are not in New York City, she has been live streaming those workshops on our New Regan Poets Cafe's Instagram. So if you go to our IG handle at 7 p.m. on November 30th, you can actually ride along with La Brua and the other poets and writers in attendance at the in-person workshops. So please do that. We want to make it accessible to as many as we can. So thank you, La Brua, for continuing to do those workshops. For any of the New Regan Poets Cafe's on-site, off-site, and online programs, we will continue using our online tickets calendar. You will also soon see the other programs that I just mentioned here. And all you have to do is go to newregan.org, click on Full Events Calendar, and choose the date and time, or just bookmark the specific third-party website that we're using. Or if you're on the live stream, pause the live stream and scan the QR code that you're seeing right now. Also, I wanna, here it is, the volunteer. If you wanna sign up to be a volunteer, if you're in New York City and you have a few extra hours available during the week, whether it's during a weekday, mornings, afternoons, or evenings, we will need help in the next few weeks at our building on 3rd Street with cleaning out the building, and maybe at some of the other offsite events. We do go to libraries and festivals with our info and merchandise table, to present the New Regan Poets Cafe to the community there. So there are plenty of opportunities. I myself was a volunteer here at the New Regan Poets Cafe for over a year. I gave my free time, to help out, and now I am a full member, of the program team and the tech assistant, and it's been so rewarding for me. So amazing for my mental health and for helping myself and the community doing that. So I really appreciate, all of you accepting me here, and for me, being able to help you all out. Okay, next slide is, if you still are not on our mailing list, all the newcomers here in Zoom, just scan the QR code if you're on the live stream, and in the Zoom chat, I will paste one of the links where you can sign up on our mailing list. So that way you will stay in touch, with everything that's coming up at the New Regan Poets Cafe, or just follow us on our social media channels. You see our YouTube and Instagram handle is at New Regan Poets Cafe. On Facebook, on X, we are at Nuyorican Poets. And in case you wonder why is the cafe missing, because their character limits are a little bit less than Instagram and YouTube. That's the only reason. You have our website there. I also put La Brua's Instagram handle and Elemental, our Monday night online open host. If you follow either or both of them, they always promote and market, Nuyorican Poets Cafes events as well. And yes, I just noticed I should add myself to that slide as well. I usually like to be in the background. Today I'm your guest host. It will be next week. I'll add myself to it as well. You can follow me at Ron Mark Thomson, Mark with a C, Thomson without a P. I will put that in the chat. If you want to help free programs, and you want to help the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, we are a registered non-profit organization. You can donate at nuyorican.org/contribute, and you also have our link tree. And I'm going to take down the share, but I do also want to remind everyone that daylight saving time ends in the United States this Sunday, which is a different time from some of the other countries. I know in Europe it ended a few weeks ago, and like India doesn't, India or some of the Caribbean islands don't use daylight saving time. So Mondays we are 8 p.m. Eastern time. Thursdays we are 9 p.m. Eastern time. This Sunday, the United States and Canada in the morning go back to standard winter time. So we're falling back by an hour. So after Sunday, we are back to 5 hours behind Universal Coordinated Time, aka Greenwich time, aka London time, whatever you want to call it. So just, that's all I can tell you. I'm not a scientist. I hope that that helps. But on that note, I need a quick water break to go to the kitchen. Elemental, who is helping me out so much on the back end, like Elemental always says, how much he appreciates me. But now that I'm the guest host here, I actually realize how much it is important to have a tech assistant in the background, because there is so much going on. Thank you so much for helping out. Elemental is our Monday night online open mic host. Elemental, let everyone know what you do on Mondays, what's coming up theme-wise, and then introduce the next performer, and I will be right back after this then. Thanks so much, Elemental.
Of course. Listen, you are rocking with one of the dopest cats in the Zoomverse, the one and only Ron Mark Thomson, a.k.a. RMT. If you're not down with RMT by now, damn it, you should be. I'm telling you, that cat's all over the place. Like he's saying, he's going to be in the mix, always in the mix. He is normally the tech assistant for Monday night, but you see he's already just ready to jump into the hosting seat. And listen, when people love what they do, man, it really doesn't feel like work. And working with this cat, it really doesn't feel like work. As he mentioned, my name is Elemental, host of the Monday night online open mic. Listen, it's the dopest and the hypest night of the week, the other side of Thursday night. All right. This week, we're going to be looking at Protect the Earth. War is not the answer. War is not the answer. For only love can conquer hate. Right. So all I'm saying is, look, war is happening all over the world. Right. So let's kind of look at how we should protect the earth and why we should be great stewards of the only planet that we have to live on, folks, as of now. You know what I mean? Until we get that whole interspace thing worked out, this is our only home. So let's try to protect it. You know what I mean? As I said, we are rocking on the Thursday night online open mic presented by the legendary Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Shout out La Bruja for all that she has continued to do. As he said, we are going to continue the open mic. I am going to introduce the next poet that's coming up. I have had the pleasure of hanging out with this gentleman a couple of times on a Thursday night, and he continues to come through and just do it smoothly. And I'm looking forward to what he has to share with us this evening. The one and only Jason Condonetto is here. Let these folks know how they can find you online. It is great to see you again. Please Take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. Thank you so much. Great seeing you again, and thank you for having me back again as well. You can definitely find me on IG. It's just my handle is just my name. So we can, you can connect with me up there. And this poem I'm going to read right now, I actually wrote while taking the subway about the subway, and also largely about social anxiety as well. So I'll start.
Hey, yo, what train were you on? What train?
On the 4 train.
4 train. That's dope. Now, for folks outside New York, listen, it's significant, right? Different trains do different things. They go different places.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The 4 train is something serious. You know what I mean? So yeah, the number of the train makes a difference, man. Please take it away.
Yeah, those Lexington lines are definitely serious.
Facts.
So I'll start. In the midst of this cloud thick with people, my stomach churns and makes movements only audible to my ears because there's no escape. And I'm counting down the stops until I'm finally free and feel air not circulated through vents and see light not produced and manufactured by artificial electric suns. I'm fearing the worst down here. And don't trust anybody or anyone and try to pretend you're all alone and they're just a figment of your paranoid imagination. But that doesn't work as they're all too real. Flesh, bone, shit, fuck, smell, touch. I don't see you and you don't see me. And that's the agreement between us, okay? So look straight ahead into nothingness, not turning to my right or to my left, but I can still feel hundreds of eyes moving around. And I feel just as penetrated as if you were looking directly into my eyes and my body is yours. I just want to get the fuck off. One more stop to go, but it's like from here to eternity for real. Finally, I get off. It's over for now. And I'm operating in a free world, but I've only left the burning building to swim in the sea of napalm. And I know I have to go back from where I came from and start all over again. Shit. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Jason. And we're going to turn that in reverse. Everyone, please give it up for Jason.
Yeah, good one, man.
Yeah.
That was
Thank you.
Oh, come through, Jason. Shout out the 4 train for real for inspiring that piece, man. For real.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you.
What was that last line? That last line of swimming in something? What was that last line?
Oh, I'll repeat it again. I've only left the burning building to swim in a sea of napalm.
Sea of napalm. Ooh, nasty.
Thank you all.
Okay, wow. Thank you, Jason. And the 4 train Elemental is not from New York City, and he actually visited New York City a few months ago, and he stayed with me at my place. It's no secret. It was a pleasure, to host him here. And we took the 1 train there, and the 4 train answering these questions. Yes, it does stop at Brooklyn Bridge, so that's the 5 and the 6. It's the Green Line, and I also know the 4 because it goes into the Bronx to Lehman College, where I have performed myself as well, and many of you probably heard of the Lehman College as well. So Jason, that was a powerful poem. I too had to deal with social anxiety. The way I got over it, I'm still not fully recovered, but the way I got over it in 2017, I believe so. I attended a New York Public Library writers group, and I volunteered my time to lead that group for 3 years before the pandemic and 2 years during the pandemic, and that's what got me over, helped me for my health, both mental and physically a lot. But I definitely know, what you're going through. So thank you so much, Jason. Keep coming back on Thursdays and on Mondays if you can make it. We appreciate you. And yes, Fimbel, now he is an honorary Bronxite Elemental. You are correct. And on that note, because he usually doesn't get a chance to hear that on Mondays, but he does it to me on Mondays. Everyone, please unmute yourself and give it up for Elemental, please. Yeah, that was amazing.
Elemental, yeah.
All right, man.
Hey,
Dopest
I
tech
appreciate
host in
all
the
y'all, man,
Zoom
for
verse.
real. Dragon of the West, the Magus is here, Daughter of Krypton is here, the Maze is here, Joski's here. For real, shout out to BX, man. For real, it's crazy. Take it away, Ron. Come on, man.
Yay!
Yes, thank you. And you see, it's actually funny how that happens. So I think this is like a regular thing. No one at the New Recon Poets Cafe has just one job and one title. See, now even Elemental is no longer only the Monday Night Online open mic host, he is now the guest tech assistant as well, though, so we all do it. Cap is, Cap, our program assistant and school visit coordinator. She's filled in as house manager a few times, including she volunteered her time during the Halloween party because we needed somebody at the door, so everyone does, whatever we can. And this is why we love our team at the New Recon Poets Cafe, and Elemental and I are grateful members of their team. Thank you again, La Brua, for leading us through the last years and for the next several years. And it is such a pleasure for guest hosting and filling in for you. On that note, let us continue to one of the favorites of La Brua, but he is also a favorite of all of us, Joski C, zooming in from the West Coast, and we also had the pleasure of him visiting us, including when he and his wife made it one last time to the current brick and mortar of the New Recon Poets Cafe a few months ago. Joski, it's always a pleasure to hear you on Thursdays, whether it's poetry, whether it's a song. Joski, let everyone know where we may follow you. The floor is all yours.
Hey, Ron, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I assume everyone else can hear you fine. Thanks for checking.
Okay. So tonight, I'm going to sing a song for my sister Karen. I sing this around the time her birthday rolls around, or around the date that she left us. Karen was a school bus driver for many years, and that helps to understand the song. It's called Late Bus. Pain in the neck, pain in the ass, cover it up with a joke and a laugh. All of that toot, all of that sass, you found a way to make everyone laugh. I feel like a child, alone after school, waiting for the late bus. And who's gonna bring us home now? Who's gonna bring us home now? Who's gonna bring us home now? The world needs some makeup, laughter's your paint. In spite of the Catholics, we ain't no saints. And what will be said in your epitaph? You gave us all love and you made us all laugh. I feel like a child, cold and alone, waiting for the late bus. And who's gonna bring us home now? Who's gonna bring us home now? Who's gonna bring us home now? Needs some makeup, laughter's your paint. In spite of the Catholics, we ain't no saints. And what will be said in your epitaph? You gave us all love and you made us all laugh. I feel like a child, cold and alone, waiting for the late bus. Who's gonna bring us home now? Who's gonna bring us home now? Who's gonna bring us home now?
Well, you certainly brought Karen and us home with this. What a beautiful tribute to his sister. Everyone, please give it up for Joski C.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
So nice. Beautiful, man. As always.
So soothing.
So much feeling, man. So much feeling.
He's now
Yes,
in balance
bless her
because
memory.
we got a Joski C song for real.
Yes, yes. It feels, I don't know, it just feels so healing, you know, like, and you know, yes, that we've heard you sing, you know, for Karen, you know, before, so, you know, this is so sweet of you, you know, she will always be remembered, you know, and it is just amazing. So thank you. And yes, I echo what Gustav mentioned in the chat, that, you know, we were glad to, you know, to have again seen you and Deneen, your wife, in the brick and mortar in the New Eureka Poets Cafe. So we've been lucky, you know, to have been blessed by you both online and in person. Beautiful song, Choski. Please keep coming back. You know where we are here every Mondays and Thursdays. It wouldn't be, my Thursdays wouldn't be the same without you, though, just like with everyone else, though. So we appreciate you. All right, thank you, everyone. We have reached the last performer on the guaranteed list. We have 6 performers on the good luck round. Yes, we're gonna go a little bit over time, which is partially my fault because I speak too much. But you know, hey, this is only my 3rd time guest hosting here. I will get better with each time. But even though I was a little bit lenient today, both on Monday and Thursday, and I already spoke to Elemental and Labrua about this, we will, you know, enforce the 3-minute time limit, because we want to make sure that everyone gets the chance, you know, to be heard. And hey, if you have a longer poem, just break it up in 2 parts, come back, you know, the following week, you know, that there's always a chance, you know, to be heard and you know, listened to. So again, we thank you for all the time today. Which is a good segue to hear, I believe, a new voice, but I could be wrong. So before we hear what you brought, Carlotta, is, first of all, am I pronouncing your name? Is it Carlotta Caso? How am I pronouncing it?
Carlotta Caso, yes.
Carlotta Caso. So before we get to your reading, without giving us your exact address, but which city are you zooming in from, if I may ask?
From New York, from Brooklyn.
Oh, okay. And is this your first time, or have you been with the New Eureka Poets Cafe before?
I was at an open mic last year, I believe. Yes, once.
In person or in online?
In person, yes.
Wonderful one, but then I'm so glad you got to see the bricks, you know, the actual building, you know. So, well, I'm glad you found your way to the online part of the New Eureka Poets Cafe. Carlotta, if you have social media and you would like us to follow you, go ahead and let us know. And then you have seen how it goes. The next 4 minutes, next week it'll be back to 3 minutes, but today 4 minutes are all yours. Everyone, please welcome Carlotta Caso. Again, I'm sorry, I'm not that good with name pronunciations. Carlotta, go ahead, it's all yours.
Hi, thank you. If you want to follow me on social media, my handle on Instagram is Carlotta.Caso. And this is a poem I wrote a few months ago. It's called Ideas Are Cheap. Ideas are cheap. Ideas are cheap. Ideas are cheap when they come from inspired words turned into angry responses to idiotic questions, to disorderly looks and being too provocative with responses, body to body. You, a communicative style that it discourages fellowship. Selling yourself doesn't have to come from a point of connection or condescending admiration to your audience. For me, it comes from a place of a never-ending self-approval, superficial voice, and performatic stance. Also, a common liking and mediocre need to be admired for my frozen self-conscious need to get the raw perception of the other. That Machiavellic stare that ends up shining right through people's worst. Sadly, personally, reflects a disapproved persona in a professional position. that same persona that envies artistic direction and provocative assurance in discourse. Ideas are cheap when delivered poorly. Ideas and opinions are worth deception, and I got the feeling you were angry when I asked. Ideas are cheapest when not spoken out loud, aloud and represented in a smile, in the contact of two eyes. Ideas form connection with individual ideas. Ideas form friendships. So here lies a fact. Would I rather have the truth or the friendship? Thank you very much.
Oh, geez, so many quotable lines here. Everyone who's been putting things in the chat here. That was amazing. Everyone, please welcome Carlotta Caso to the team here. Yes.
Hey. One of us.
Welcome,
You have
one of us.
fucked up, ma'am. You need to find yourself here as much as possible. Make sure you put your information in the chat so the entire community can remind you, hey, you need to be here.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
Thank you. Yes, and when you heard the one of us chants, that means that, yes, you are now one of us, and you kind of have blocked off your calendar because now you have to come back here every Thursday if your schedule allows. We love you to keep coming back so we can listen more from you, or come on Mondays on the Monday night online open mic, or come to one of our offsite programs. That just stay tuned. We will continue announcing where we will bring some of our in-person open mics in the next few months, as we negotiate with other venues. So thank you so much, Carlotta, for being here, for joining us on the online pod. We appreciate you. Leon, yes, unfortunately, we have a full good luck round. We have, which we are now going to get to. We have 6 performers on the list. Next week, either sign up for an artist RSVP ticket, or, sign up right at the beginning when you join us, if you can make it at 9 p.m. Eastern time, and we will add you to the good luck round. But we still appreciate and thank you for being here today. So now, what a great teaser. Next week, if you can make it, we're going to hear from Leon. So I can't wait, so please come back, but stick around, everyone. We have coming up next, our good luck round. And first, we have Mariana Teff. And actually, when I saw you signing up for a view RSVP ticket, I'm like, oh, maybe she didn't have a chance to sign up for an artist RSVP ticket. But it's okay, because you're here and you signed up from the Saint Martin, from one of the Caribbean islands, where I actually will be not on the same island, but fairly close in the next few weeks. More coming up in the next weeks about that. But Mariana, thanks so much for being back here, for leading us off on the good luck round. I'm asking you to unmute. Maybe it's not working on your end. Tech sometimes doesn't work. I don't know. Mariana, are you okay? Let me check here. Oh, here we go. We got you. Yes, hey, Zoom cannot hold us back from hearing you. So everyone, Mariana, let us know where we may follow you. The floor is all yours. Go ahead.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Ron Mark. Good evening to you, Elemental and Poet Friends. Now, Ron Mark, I'm not taking it very kindly that you're coming to the neighborhood but not stopping by. I don't know about that. But anyway, looking forward to hearing more about it. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I would love to be bringing you a love song at this hour, but alas, for a change, I'm doing something quite the opposite. My poem tonight is called Vital Sign. Her fuck you, living dead grimace could have been random teenaged anger at a semi-pulled together driver in a semi-pulled together white Nissan, the kind of gesture that generally passes for greetings on these modern roads, but something about those eyes. Maybe my daughter's in a past life, or the one that watched in the mirror too many broken nights, made me look twice at that self-cut hair haloed around that bleak face, the arm floating atop the rolled down window as she folded her thumb inside her palm and sealed it with a handful of hangnails. I knew her small, valiant fist would not unleash the finger at me this time, but instead was begging me to write the digits of the speeding license plate in ink in my heart, Reciting, memorizing, I pulled over, grabbed the first pen, and tattooed the numbers on the passenger seat where they still remain. Long after punching in the number for the cops, long after his gray Ford was stopped, long after I clipped a newspaper story about a girl who returned from fuck you living death because she dared to raise her hand in her own defense one last time. Thank you, both friends.
Woo, woo, woo. Everyone, please unmute yourself. Give it up for Mariana Teft. Wow.
Oh, Mariana.
Yeah.
That was so powerful and said so much. Really appreciate the hand
Yeah.
gesture at the end, too. Everyone needs to know that.
Damn it, Marianne. I was not expecting that, but I need more
Nice.
of that. I need that energy in my life, Marianne. Come on.
Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. Oh my God, that's just amazing. And you know, I think I may have said it in the past, but sometimes I think that you and Ed Poetastic like are collaborating on the back end without us know, or maybe you keep inspiring each other to bring us that type of, you know, unexpected, you know, poetry. So yeah, it is great. I'm glad you chose that over the other that you meant to perform that. What a great thing. And when I said neighborhood, I meant Puerto Rico. I will be in Puerto Rico later this month. So if I could afford, I probably would hop on a boat or on a plane to go a few more islands over. But unfortunately, I'm already spending all my hard-earned money on the Puerto Rico trip, though. But more coming up. That'll be a teaser. I don't want to give up any more right now. So thank you so much, Mariana. That was great. All right, coming up next is Magos Gustav Salas from Florida, which I also was like, why didn't he sign up? But again, it doesn't matter because you're here and you made it to the good luck round list. Gustav, let everyone know where we may follow you, and then go ahead. I can't wait to see what you brought for tonight.
Okay, everyone. I am Magus 801 MAGUS 801 on Instagram. Give me a follow. Let's start some good trouble. I have two short pieces for you tonight. This is The Legend of the Battle of Pelusium. I have a little tale about the Battle of Pelusium, the decisive battle between the Achaemenid Empire of Cambyses II and Egypt in 522 BC. The Achaemenid Empire routed the Egyptian pharaoh Amasis II and established the 27th dynasty, known as the First Egyptian Satrapy. Egypt became a province of Persia. The battle was fought near Pelusium, 20 miles southeast of the modern Port Said. Polyanius, than historical accuracy, writes, employing a clever strategy. You see, the Egyptians regarded cats as being sacred. Bastet and Sekhmet were Egyptian cat goddesses, and under no circumstances could an Egyptian injure a cat. Polyanius claims that Cambyses had his men carry cats in the front of the attack. The Egyptians held their arrows for fear of harming the sacred cats. Polyanius is describing an early form of psychological warfare. Pelusium was taken. The historian Ctesias claims 50,000 Egyptians died, and Herodotus says skulls littered the Nile Delta as far as the eye could see. The Egyptians were undone by their own gods, and cats had the last laugh. And this, my friends, is the Catman Dude of Kathmandu. The Catman Dude of Kathmandu came to town in 72 looking for hashish and wisdom profound. No one knows if wisdom he found. He just sat right down on the sacred ground. Then the cats, miraculously, they abound. Catman Dude smokes his hashish surrounded by cats and merchandise sellers hawking cheap hats that say Catman Dude of Kathmandu can do, but this may or may not be true. Buddhist monks take care of this feline friend. To his every need they tend, and the Catman Dude of Kathmandu sits and smokes his hashish, waiting for a breakthrough. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I'm gonna unmute everyone, but I also want to know what Catman thinks about that. Everyone, please give it up for Gustav Salas. Wow.
Gustav.
Yes, powerful. Yeah, always rock.
Meow, meow.
Totally rock.
Come on, that's always with the energy. Love to hear that, dude.
You're trailblazing right now, man. You're
Yay!
Wonderful work, man. Wonderful, Gustav.
Amazing, amazing. Oh my God, Gustav, we love you. We love you, you know, bringing timely and good tributes as well. That was great. And he's rocking, Gustav is rocking his new Regan Poets hat, which he actually won in the 3-year anniversary raffle that we did earlier this year, which kind of reminded Elemental and me, we're not that far from the 4-year anniversary of the online open mics, though. So 4 years, I know, it's just like these years are going past, you know, so this is amazing. Thank you so much, Gustav. That was wonderful. All right, coming up next is Nina Pagan. Again, I may be pronouncing incorrectly, but Nina, before we hear from you, first unmute yourself if you see the pop-up coming up on your screen. Yes. And first of all, so is it Nina Pagan? Did I pronounce it correctly?
That's Nina Pagan, like be gone.
Nina Pagan. Okay, good to know. And where are you zooming from, if I may ask?
Oh, I'm in the Bronx.
So am I. So am I. I'm in the Bronx as well. You know, even though you may not tell from my accent, though, you know, but that's wonderful. So, Nina, I don't have a record of you in our system, but, you know, I may have not realized your name before, but is this your first time here or you have been with us with the new Regan?
I was there for the Halloween bash. It's a little snow leopard, but this is like the first time I've been with you guys.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You must have seen my online promotions, you know, that we have the online open mics, but that was great. Oh yeah, I probably didn't recognize half of, you know, everyone who was there because so many of you were in custom, you know, so the snow leopard. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to look at some of the photos to see if I recognize you though. But you were there for our 50th anniversary and the last time in the current building. Nina, it is such a pleasure to welcome you to the online world. You are going to be one of us. Please keep coming back. But right now, let everyone know where we may follow you, not to the Bronx, but online. And then go ahead. The next 4 minutes are yours.
Okay, awesome. I'm on Instagram for right now. Again, this is very new for me. This is a new discovery. So I'm at _revive_medicine is what it's called. I'll put it in the chat later. And I'm gonna do a poem that I wrote. It's called We Were So Close. We were so close to perfection, a magical connection. Could have had more sessions, but you're too wrapped on rejection. Now we're headed in different directions, but you're still looking for my attention. Try to look past the deception and lead you to ascension. Thought we had a real connection, a cosmic intervention, but I can't take the depression of the obsession and possession. We were so close to perfection, a magical connection, but now I'm filled with questions, like what was your intention? I accepted your imperfections because that's what gave us tension. Orgasms and erections, I thought we were the exception. Thought we had a real connection, a cosmic intervention, and the misconception of our direction just fills me with aggression. We were so close to perfection, a magical connection. Now I look at my reflection and hate my sour expression. You're the cause of my ejection, tired of the fixed deflection. All I wanted was protection. All you gave was misdirection. Though we had a real connection, a cosmic intervention, but all it was deception. Can't take the recollection. We were so close to perfection. We were so close to perfection. We were so close to perfection. How can I move on when you were the exception?
I don't know if we're going to move on from this poem, though, but yes, I echo what Mufasa wrote, the wordplay, you know, in this amazing. Everyone, please unmute yourself and give it up for our newest online member here, Nina Pagan. Wow.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you guys. Oh my goodness.
Nina, that's how you show up and show out on them. Love it.
Yep.
That's wonderful.
I love it, and interesting that you chose that as your first poem here. Like that was powerful, so good, amazing. Thank you, Nina. Please keep coming back. Thursdays at 9 p.m., Mondays at 8 p.m. If you can make it, it's the same Zoom IDs on Mondays, and it's the different but same Zoom ID every Thursday. I'm gonna put all of that in the chat. But while I do that, let me introduce you to another newcomer here on the online open mic. I believe he's been an attendee at least once or twice, but he also was at the Halloween party. He may have seen you there. I know I saw him. But Mufasa has been a mainstay at many of our on-site programs, including the Slam on Wednesdays, the open mics on Mondays, and Voices and Vibes. We even heard him singing a cappella. Mufasa, I am so happy you are here, and I have the honor of introducing you on my guest hosting day here today. Mufasa, can you unmute yourself? Will Zoom allow you to do that? Yep.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can, and we can see you at what you and I practiced a few weeks ago when you featured at another organization's, online performance. Mufasa, I'm so happy you're here, my friend. Let everyone know.
Thank you for the invite, Ron. Thank you for the invite. Thank you for the reminder, and thank you for letting me hear all these amazing people. I'm glad. Thank you, Elemental. Thank you.
Well,
but yes, as Ron said, this is my first time here, so I'm glad to meet all of you and hear all of you for the first time. Now, my name is Mufasa Peterson. Currently, I'm streaming from the Lower East Side, on East Broadway. So this poem I'm going to do is a goodbye poem for one of the poets that recently passed, Samson the Rebel Poet, and I made this poem for him. And I made it to where it will be like a goodbye for anyone that does poetry. So I dubbed this piece Rest in Poetry. All right, one last time. You can hear me well, right? When I raise my voice? Okay.
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, good. Thank you. This is a send-off for poets. May the written storms in your veins be released into the world to create rainbows of reverie and reminisce. May every thunderstrike be heard as your applause, and every rumble be your snaps. May your soul be placed upon the angels' choir, your essence upon the corners of the world, and your legacy cherished and thriving within the confines of our memories and building walls. May your soul never know thirst, for your cup be filled with the tears we shed for you and the bottles we pour out in your name to create oceans. May your essence dance with the smoke of spliffs we light in your name as our lips spill sorrow and sentimentality. May the skyline be your paper and the world your oyster. May the stages you bless with your feet, filled with uniquity and power, vibrate with camaraderie. May every stomp and every shout reach your ears and even God's ears to show the wave you created with just your energy. Let your name be on the cusp of our lips when we talk about greatness. Let your scars be turned into scabs of serenity and erase the memories that came with them. Let your troubles be turned in tranquility, your demons into dust, your tears into testimony, your rage into radiance, your regrets into rest, your ills into illumination, your pain into peace, and your poems into legacy before your body draws its last breath and become nutrients for the earth and you are joined with our founders and our ancestors. Let the rain be the tears you bottled up inside until you found a suitable time. Let the winds behind our backs be the flapping of your wings or the gentle push that propels us forward. Let the earth rumble with reverence and respect for you, poet. Let the heat from the sun on cold days be your embrace. May you be lifted from this curse of making your pain look beautiful. May you finally take a knee from the battle you have waged from behind mics and stages. No longer shall your breath be the evidence of world wars. No longer shall your soul be riddled with regret. And last but not least, No longer shall your heart be unbeknownst to a home. Let the prayers filled with words unsaid be in unison with the wind to fully extend your wings made from your pieces of your poetry. Let the sunrise be your good evening and every sunset your sign off. May your pen be your sword and our prayers for you your shield. So I will stand tall and try not to cry. Instead, I'll put it in a piece and perform it so the world may know that the poetic legacy of this perfect stranger never dies. Rest in peace. Rest in paradise. Rest in paper and pen. Rest in poetry. Thank you. That was a good
Thank
poem.
you, Mufasa. No, I'm glad, and I'm glad you added that last line, rest in poetry, because that was so beautiful. For those who may not know, Samson, the rebel poet, has been a member of our poetry community. He's been to many of the in-person open mics, and I met him at the Wednesday night slams, where Mufasa and I, and many others saw him. And yeah, he sadly did pass away. I think a little over a week ago, and there was a funeral last Friday where we got to meet his family as well. Mufasa, that was so beautiful. I'm so glad that you chose this, as a fitting tribute for your first time here online with us. Everyone, please unmute yourself and welcome Mufasa to our online community.
Mufasa,
Yeah, great to have you here. Yeah, welcome. Please come back.
That was
beautiful.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, now I do have
Yay,
one
yay.
more thing to say. Huh? Oh, I was gonna say I do have one more thing to say. No, this is not the beginning of a new poem, though I do get this a lot. But I will say that may you embrace the broken pieces of you with eyes full of tears and bloodied hands, because mosaics and stained glass looks beautiful when it is kissed by the sunlight. That is it. That is the piece. I think that's like my. I think that'll be
No,
my sign.
that's right. And if you had the pleasure of seeing and hearing Mufasa at the in-person open mics, his poetry is always so beautiful and always so encouraging. So I'm glad you ended with that, Mufasa. What a pleasure to have you here online. Please come back on as many Thursdays as you can make it. I know your working schedule may prevent you from coming Monday. If not, I know we're probably going to see you at the Bowery Poetry Club at the new Monday night slams. They are starting November 20th, which is 2.5 weeks from now. In any case, please keep coming back to as many online or in-person events you can make it. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Mufasa, for joining us. I love you, and you know that, I mean that because you've become such a great friend, and so happy you're here. Please follow Mufasa. If you didn't put it in the chat yet, put it in the chat for everyone to see. And on that note, we're going to go to another, I believe, newcomer. First, before anything else, let me make sure I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Is it Alia or Alia Amal?
It's Alia. Yeah, thank you. I have been here once or like 2 or 3 times before.
Have you performed? Because I know you've been in the audience, but have you performed here with us before?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then, see, this is why I'm not the regular host, though, because, this is why Elemental and Labua host, because they have better memories. But in this case, welcome back to us here, and I'm glad you made it on the good luck round as well. You know by now how it goes. Let everyone know where we may follow you, and the floor is all yours. Alia Amal, everyone.
Yeah, I'm usually a lurker, so thank you. Yeah, I am on Instagram under Alia Amal Poetry. I haven't posted very recently until recently, and so I'm gonna read what I recently posted. Nothing has made me believe in God more than the vile pieces of man. Vile pieces of man's heart grown like weeds from fear and power and greed. Vile pieces of man like his limbs with no body. I cannot call these pieces invasive. It has never been more solid to me. My belief in God, ironically, has rooted me like a boulder to this bloodied ground, like large pieces of a home destroyed that can barely be called shelter. This is a test. What else could it be? We will never rid the world of homelessness, of addiction, of abuse. Apparently, we will never even rid the world of genocide. What else could this be then than a test? When I stand before God, I will not have to answer the question why I argued that people needed to die. I will say I pruned my weeds of fear and anger and greed. They are not invasive seeds. Our test is that they are native and that they are needed. For what else keeps me safe? For what else keeps me marching? From what else do I want all the world to be perfect?
Well, we want you to be here with us on as many Thursdays and Mondays you can be. Everyone, please give it up for Alia. Again, I'm not good with names. Give it up for the
Ali, that was heavyweight.
Yeah.
Heavyweight.
One of us.
Glad to see you
One
back.
of us.
No problem.
One
Yourself
of
here on a
us.
regular basis.
That's right. That was wonderful. Thank you. You and everyone else, contributing your amazing, poetry, stories, and song. We love you all. Thank you for being here. Please keep coming back. You see how it goes. If on Thursdays, if you didn't make it on the regular list, come on in the beginning, sign up. We got you. We got you. It's no problem at all. Really appreciate it. And thank you also, Michael and Finn Bell, in the chat. We all, help each other and support each other. And I'm really having a good time guest hosting here. So on that note, my guest host gig is about to end. Of course, we're going to go to our closer for today, who is a mainstay in a great poetry slammer who has had the pleasure of visiting the New Regan Poets Cafe I think it was in August, in the brick and mortar building. He is hailing from the same state that Elemental is currently living in. So CP Mays, I'm glad you're here. You're going to close us out. Let everyone, including the newcomers, know where we may find you, and you know how it goes. The next 4 minutes are all yours.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm CP Mays. IG and Facebook. It's just CP Mays, all one word. Currently I am the host for Bottoms Up, second and fourth Sundays. So I'll put information about it in chat. Come on through. Let's get creative. This poem is a poem I was commissioned to do. And I was depressed, like PTSD depressed for like a week straight, knowing I had to turn this poem in on Wednesday. So I crawled to the bottom of my depression, and this is what I came up with. It's new. It's called Voice Boxing with Heroes. I've been voice boxing with heroes for as long as I can remember. 1, fears for what? Just to watch our own dreams die slow. 2, decorated Sergeant Marine Corps medals equal to rows. 3, I don't know much about comic books, but believe me, I know a lot about heroes. 4, when I was knee-high to a grasshopper, age 4, with a face full of tears, face to face with fears, the fight my parents fought was to keep their keepsakes from having to do their homework in the dark. Heroes. 5, when times were really hitting hard, they could stretch $20 in the grocery store shopping cart and feed their family of 5 for an entire week. Heroes. 6, some need no cape. Heroes. 7, days a week. Heroes. 8, bouncing back single parents still choosing love over hate, even after a divorce state, with a soul full of faith, knowing true love is not too late. Now courageously you're going out on your first date. Heroes. Autistic twins, age 9, teaching them your code. You protect yourself. You fight to protect those that can't protect themselves, just to turn around and be told how you stood up to an adult bully at a 4th grade bus stop, abusing the trust of other souls. My autistic twins, 2 of my strongest heroes, 10, 20, 30 hours of overworked overtime week after week after week, losing sleep just to make sure there's something underneath your family's Christmas tree. Heroes, I am voice boxing here, and there are times when my PTSD gets the best of me, y'all. There are times when life gets the best of me. There are times when life can just sucker punch the breath out of me, but never give up. Even when I get knocked down, when you get knocked down, we never give up. Friends, strangers, family, you better never give up and know that you are made of the stuff that's the makeup that makes up what true heroes are made of. Heroes. I am voice boxing here. Confession. Autism, PTSD, depression, twice a week speech therapy, hard to comprehend homework. It ain't no joke. Quote, the devil whispered in my ear, you're not strong enough to withstand the storm. Today, I whispered in the devil's ear, I am the storm. End quote. Confession. I am. You are the storm. Heroes. Not all of us need a cape. Thank y'all.
Powerful, powerful. Yeah, PTSD is no joke, but we got you to remind us of this and to give us this powerful poetry. Everyone, please unmute yourself. Give it up for CP Mace.
Yes, thank you.
CP.
It was beautiful.
Thank you.
Great to hear that again, Steve.
Voice boxing here. I'm voice boxing here. Give me some room. Give me some room in this ring.
The weird,
Yay!
the weird part is when you're writing a poem in front of another poet, and I get awkward and in my head, so I'm pacing around the room. You swore I'm doing sign language to a person that's not really there, trying to work out metaphors, and to have a person look at you like, makes sense. You're a fucking poet. Just wild out, go crazy, and write what you gotta write. Like, you guys make me feel human. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's wow. What a closing, CP Mace. You know, this is amazing. You know, I'm so glad you're with us here. You know, Mondays and Thursdays. I know you have a busy family life as well. It's been a while since we heard your wife, though. You know, like I always appreciate, her singing as well, though. But I know you have the twins. You know, but so glad to have you here, and I'm so glad you got to see the New Regan Poets Cafe in person. You know, on your trip to New York City. Which is a great closer. Yeah, this has been the New Regan Poets Cafe, another weekly Thursday night online open mic in the can. For those who are my generation, my age, you may know what that expression means, in the can, because we are recording this. It is now on our social media channels, Facebook, YouTube, and X. Leon, I saw my notes here that I think you have been watching and been with us before. I don't know if we have heard you before, but please come back next time, sign up in advance or sign up in the good luck round. Thank you everyone for sticking around. Again, La Brua is your regular Thursday night online open mic host. She's the New Regan Poets Cafe's executive director, as well as the Beatniks and the Thursday night online open mic host. I have been your guest host, Ron Mark Thompson, today. I thank Elemental again for helping me out on the tech backend. As usual, he has been an immense help, with everything. Really appreciate. Go and see him host on Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Protect the Earth. War's not the answer. That is a very important theme. This is just amazing. In the chat a few minutes ago, I put all of the New Regan Poets Cafe's links, my own link, Elementals, La Bruas, and here I'm gonna again post the weekly Zoom meeting IDs. For Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, it is 279-995-364. Just put it in your calendar. It's the same link every Monday. And for Thursdays, it's 977-539-856. They may sound like telephone numbers, but this is 2023. Since the pandemic, many of us have gotten to know Zoom, and thank goodness for Zoom, because without Zoom, I don't know what we would have done. The New Rican Poets Cafe certainly has saved my life of making me able to get through the crazy pandemic and through when we were on lockdowns and everything. So I thank the New Rican Poets Cafe for allowing me to attend and participate, and for now having me one of the many amazing team members that we have here. So everyone, please keep coming back. Follow us on social media. Follow me, Elemental Brewer. Follow each other. Go and see CP Mace hosting the twice a month Bottoms Up. I've been there before. Unfortunately, I work Sunday mornings in person in Manhattan, not at the New Rican Poets Cafe, at another site, so I can make it. But when I'm off one of these days, I'll definitely try to join. But follow each other, support each other. You guys are all amazing. There are so many other wonderful open mics, online workshops. Yes, if you can make it to ours, but you're going to support one of our other community members, we will be okay with this. We want you to support each other. So that's enough from me. See, I don't know how to leave, because I don't want to leave, but we all have to close. We all have more lives to go to tomorrow. I see my phone is already coming up with more notifications and all the stuff. I'm probably going to stay up for another hour getting some other work done. But we thank you for having been part of the New Rican Poets Cafe's online open mic. I do not have yet a closing poem, but if I have the pleasure of guest hosting more times, I will certainly come up with one. Until I see you guys on the tech back end on Monday and Elemental on the hosting end this Monday, if we don't see each other in the next days in person or online, you will be with me as always, and we will be back together at some of the other events. So thank you again for being here. That's it from me. I'm going to close both the live stream and Zoom. Good night, everyone. Really appreciate it. I'm going to save the chat because I know many of you are putting more comments in here. So thank you again. You can follow me at Ron Mark Thomson, one word, no periods, Mark with a C, Thomson without a P, or follow our other performers and online hosts. Until next week, have a good night, have a good week, and thank you, everyone. Bye.